almost like has some endogenous sunshine with him. And he spreads it around. Always, smiling and cheerful, and I've never seen him lose his temper, keeps his cool, and I thought all of those qualities would make him an ideal chief fellow. In some ways, being a chief fellow here is like crossing a one-way street in India. You never know from which side the vehicle will come and hit you. Unexpected. It's one way, but still, you could get it from any side. So being a chief fellow, the issue is that, on one hand, you have to be your representative for your peers. And you have to listen to their complaints, and you have to represent their complaints to the faculty. On the other hand, you have to listen to the faculty who have their own agenda, who want that to be conveyed to the fellows. So you're kind of between two conflicting demands. But Rahul managed to walk that line very, very with great poise and ease. He always had very positive suggestions with regard to what is possible. When we tell him something, he has the wonderful ability to translate some absurd demand from the faculty to something which is very palatable to the fellows. And at the same time, he has a really very nice diplomatic way of telling his colleagues of what would not work with regard to what they want. Like cutting down on some work or taking time off or something like that. He has a nice way of telling what is reasonable and what is not. I suspect in the end, nobody's totally happy, but I think that is a mark of that you have done something really correctly when nobody's happy. If everybody's happy, there's something wrong. And I think Rahul did a fantastic job as a chief. He was constantly behind the scenes. Nothing ever bubbled up to me in terms of any crisis. He always handled it at its level, and if it was something impossible, then he used to call, especially if I had to talk to an attending that they had to work by themselves. That's when I do the talking and not him. So Rahul, I think thank you so much for all the work that you did as a chief. You did an outstanding job. It was such a pleasure to have you as a chief.
Wow.
And I'm sure all of your colleagues also deeply appreciated all the work that you did in protecting their interests also. The program is so much better because of all that you have done this year. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is for you as an acknowledgement as a chief. And now we will give you a fellowship certificate. So now this I have to change tracks a little bit. So Rahul actually completed his medical school in Mexico. He completed it at one of the top institutions, medical school in Mexico. I keep forgetting the name, and that is Monterrey. Yeah, it's one of the top medical schools in Mexico. He subsequently came to do a residency in a program in Texas. In one of those times in which we were sitting and chatting very casually, Rahul mentioned his a little bit of a disappointment at doing a residency in that program because he thought it was small, and he wanted to make up for that by doing a fellowship in a large institution. And man, he came to Michigan, that was large, I think. It was what he wanted. Michigan was his first choice. So he came here and started his fellowship at Michigan. Right from day one, despite the fact, Rahul told me he always felt that he was a little bit unprepared. I never saw any of that. I was attending in the first rotation. I thought that he hit the ground running. He was far better than anybody around him. And I think he did a fantastic job and went from success to success. His presentations at the Wednesday conference were impeccable. has did a great job in picking up an interesting topic, researching on it, and presenting it in a very nice way. His research project was also equally excellent. And overall, I think, Rahul, your fellowship here, you made a mark. All of us will remember you as that really smart, pleasant, and outstanding fellow. So thank you for all that you have done.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
So typically, the research mentor is the one who hands over the certificate. But Vahakan is not here, and I think I've talked enough about what you have done. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Want to say a few words? You can. If you don't want, it's okay.
Yeah, I guess just real quick. So first and foremost, I just want to thank my parents and my wife. So I'll just do it quickly in Spanish. So nada sería posible sin ustedes. Muchas gracias. Sobre todo Elisa. So for her, I'll do it in English, so you know. She's been with me since med school. We crossed the country from south border to north border, now west coast. So nothing would have been possible with you, and so thank you very much. I truly believe that the strongest asset of this program is the faculty that we have, and I was incredibly, and I am incredibly grateful for every one of you, and I learned so much, and I still feel that an imposter being here, but I'm so lucky to have trained with you and learned from you, and so thank you very much. And my class co-fellows, they did first year, it's tough, and nothing would have been possible without you guys, so thank you all. Especially Norhan, she is the glue that held this group together. She made everything better, kept the fellows room nice and clean, and decorated it for the. She just made everything more special. I know what she's been through these past 2 years, and so I'm really sad at how this day went. But I just want to dedicate this to her as well. Thank you.